Good morning, everybody. Orange A here with another War of the Visions video, and this week in War of the Visions we are getting a brand shiny new Fang vision card coming to the game. Now I still think, even though this vision card is pretty good, it's going to be a week a lot of people skip, save their Visior for either Oldoa with Pants that is coming out pretty soon, or whatever's going on during the 4th anniversary, which I guess had been mentioned on a live stream was being pushed back until April. So both of those things are right around the corner for us, and both are definitely like high priority targets for the global game. Still, this is a good vision card. It's worth looking at. It's just not going to be one of the top tier VCs in the game. It's a holo VC, which means pulling it, it's going to cost that holo VC price. Still, let's give it its fair share. Let's take a look at what it's bringing. So here you go. Here's your stats on this thing. 346 HP, 161 attack, and 2 agility. This 2 agility is the first kind of feather in the cap of this card. I know a lot of people have said easy pass. I disagree with that. I think any holo VC that hits a job type that you're playing that's limited is something you at least need to consider, because when's the next time we're going to get an FF13 collaboration? And if this is the vision card that kind of brings your whole group together, you might be it might be sad that you missed it. Still, so let's talk about what's good and what's bad about it. First of all, this agility on there is definitely a good thing. Another good thing, unit effect, attack and AoE resist. Yeah, that's a very sexy unit effect on this card. AoE resist 10, attack 10%. You're going to get a lot of play out of that. That's super good. Now the party effect, this is where it drops off a little bit. It's human killer 30, reaction block rate 32, accuracy 25. Each of those is fine. All of those are good buffs to your group, but they're all, in my opinion, on that like second tier. There's no unit resist, there's no AoE resist, there's no agility on this card. So it's going to be like that third card, the one that ties your whole team together. It might be the icing on the top of like the best comp you could make for Sword Knight or Spear or something like that, but it's probably not going to be one of the cards you start building around. Then it'll also give you magic damage taken down 12% based on range and size of the attack on guild map, which is that's not nothing. It's one of the few of these buffs where you're like, for Guild Wars, I mean, that is kind of important. And keep in mind, it's limited. So, okay, when you're thinking about if you should pull this or not, what should we be looking at? Let's look over here. Here's the card itself, and I like this screen because it shows you all of the units that can take advantage of this. So I like this for the elemental sorting. If you're trying to do the double dip thing with this card, where maybe you're trying to build a lightning team, with your new girl in it, what all units does it hit in lightning? Well, it hits Squall and Vega, who are pretty dang good lightning units. Summer Helena's on here, but she's not going to like the human killer. The reaction block rate and accuracy are fine for her. It also hits lightning, the other collaboration unit, which is interesting. And then you see the cost limited options and 9S as well. So lightning's pretty decent here. Water has some top tier units up here near the top, and then Gernsback's pretty solid. Fire, yeah, I don't know. Ice, yeah, that's, again, it's a physical card. I don't know about that. It's not looking like the greatest element solo card. For Earth, you'd have Dialdo, Bradley, Oberon, Renoa, Noctis, Murat. Like, there's a lot of good Earth units on here. Probably these three in the middle are some of your stronger mono element teams where you could get away with going mono element and splashing this card in. But instead, let's see what Axe, Glove, Spear, or Sword Knight groups could use this, keeping in mind that it does not have agility, AoE resist, or single target resist. So to figure that out, let's start with Axe. What is Axe bringing? Can Axe find you a card that, like a combo of cards that'll let you get away with that? Well, to do that, you want to look at your, like, okay, do you have an agility unit resist or a unit resist AoE resist combo that opens up the third card? You have an AoE resist here, you have a unit resist here. Let's see, you have another AoE resist here with this MR card, agility, unit resist. I'm seeing a lot of them, but I'm not seeing one that combines. Like, there's unit resist again. There's not something like, let's go to Sword Knight for a second. There's not something like this Melnia card that gives unit resist and agility. So we'll just talk about Sword Knight for a second. Sword Knight, in theory, would be a great place to take advantage of this because you could get your unit resist and agility checked with just this card, then get your AoE resist from Oh, there is no AoE resist in Sword Knight. So go find AoE resist on some sort of like, rainbow card, then make this your third card. Hey, Sword Knight looks pretty promising for this. And still, I have to say, as soon as Sword Knight lands an AoE resist card, it's gonna pop off. Like, that's all Sword Knight's really waiting for as a vision card group, is an AoE resist card, and then it's gonna go nuts. Okay, who else is on this card? We kind of looked at axes, and axes looked, like they couldn't really take best advantage of it. Sword Knight looked pretty good. What about glove and spear? Now, glove is one that I don't think is good. I mean, like, glove's a magic team, right? When you're playing glove, it's mages. All of these people scale off of magic. Physical human killer is kind of bad there. So, okay, let's just go on to spear, which definitely has some implication. Spear, you can see, does cover all of the unit resist, AoE resist, and agility, and it has the Full Metal Alchemist collaboration card that gives you agility and unit resist. That means you could run this card and then maybe this card here. Now you have your 1, 2, 3 big buffs. You also have slash resist, acquired AP, and strike attack up. Then you could throw on top of that physical man killer, reaction, and accuracy. And it might be that spear is the best positioned group to take advantage of this card. In fact, you could go 1, 2, 3, or where's your other AoE resist? 1, 2, 3, something like that. You're looking pretty dang good with spear group for this card. So if those groups are important to you, if those are groups that you play, specifically I think Sword Knight or Spear, this is a card to at least consider. Is it a must pull? Like, are you absolutely in trouble if you don't pull it? No, you're not. I don't think this is a big time regret for later. And like I said, I was reading the comments of my video this morning, and 4th anniversary, it could be up to a month away. It could be in 2 weeks. I just don't know for sure. When it hits, you can guarantee there's going to be some bang for your buck Visior trading. And it might be the case, like, we're in the game right here. Let's take a look at how long these banners are to give us a maybe clue. So the FF13 collaboration that's running right now will end. Ooh, we got some polls we can do. We'll do those here in a second. Ends in 38 days. I can't imagine that we're going to have to wait 38 more days for our anniversary. If we do, I mean, 38 days, I say that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 more days left in this month. Then there's 30 days in April. So it could be that we have to wait 38 days for the anniversary, which would mean the end of this collaboration, and then whatever they're bringing us for Global's anniversary. Maybe that's a little bit of a clue right there. Here, I have 2 Fang tickets. That's interesting. Pull them. Ooh, we have the emulator lag going on. So that's something to think about there too. We might be waiting another month and a week, like another 5-ish weeks for the Anni, which, I don't know, doesn't feel particularly great. Okay, we've got I got the emulator lag going on here, so I'm not going to make you struggle through watching me do these polls. I'll just wrap the video up there. This is a card that I'm going to pull for on my main account. I'm a Sword Knight player. I might be a Spear player at some point. I definitely could put Spear teams together. I have Fang, I have Lightning. There's a nice little mono Lightning team I have with Fang, Lightning, Squall, or something like that I could play with this card. So I think I'll get some run out of it. But yeah, I think a lot of people will stay strong. Anniversary's right around the corner, although with Pants is right around the corner, and I will see you all later. Peace.